Welcome to the project demonstration of wireless power theft monitoring system through the Bluetooth. So here we are going to measure the wireless, check the wireless power theft occurring inside the home. So this project is developed for the inside the home power thefting. So that will be measured by the PIC microcontroller. So here we are using PIC 16F72 microcontroller, and the power theft identification will be done with help of current transformer and also one more current transformer which is inside this energy meter. So the energy meter will update the status of the power, whether the energy meter is working or not, and also the so-called load was measured by the energy meter properly or not. So if the energy meter is providing signal to the microcontroller, like the load was running from the energy meter, as well as the same status will be checked from this current transformer. So it will inform that the same load is consuming the same power. So whenever the microcontroller is not getting input from the energy meters, there are so many reasons, like energy meter is damaged, or if is there tampering occurred from the energy meter, then the microcontroller will check the power status inside the home also. Like if there is no power, then there is no input from this both inputs. If the power is there inside the house but the energy meter is not giving the signal to the microcontroller, see indicated as something wrong with the energy meter, then it will inform to the higher authorities through the Bluetooth by using HC05, as well as it will isolate the power supply inside the home with help of this electromagnetic relay, and also it will indicate the audible alert through the buzzer. The whole system run by this PIC microcontroller. So coming to these connections, the power flow. So we are going to provide the 230 volts inputs at this section, and after this energy meter, the supply was given to this load through the relay and as well as through the CT. The CT should connected in series with the load, to series with the total loads inside the home. The output of this CT is AC. So here we are going to step down the voltage with help of this potential divider circuit, because we are getting around of 230 volts here, because the CT will convert AC to AC only, like it will measure the AC voltage as a current. So then the AC voltage will be stepped down with help of this potential divider circuit, and after this rectifier, this IC is a DB107, so which will convert the AC to DC, that will be the pulsating DC. Then we will remove the pulses with help of this capacitor, and after this we may get around 10 to 12 volts, but which is not sufficient voltage for the microcontroller, is higher voltage, because the microcontroller need only 5 volts. Again here we are dividing the voltage with help of 10:1 potential divider circuitry. So when we are getting 12 volts here, the microcontroller will get only 1.2, and it will multiply in the formulation to check the what is the maximum, what is the actual input voltage. So it is 10 into input voltage of controller. Just if it is get 1.2 volts, it will multiply that to 10, then it will get the 12 volts. So then in this manner we are going to measure in the current from this current transformer. This is the current transformer output and input to the microcontroller. And coming to the energy meter, so as we know that there will be one LED indication on every energy meter. It will show us the status of the load. So when it blinks properly, then it will inform to the microcontroller, like the blinking rate is status of the load from this optocoupler circuitry. So the output of this LED given to the optocoupler, this optically coupled, and output of that optocoupler is photodiode, and that input voltage is to the microcontroller at A4 pin. So what is the purpose of the optocoupler is, if we get higher voltage from this LED, so then only optocoupler will get damaged. If it didn't connect this, as we know that the LED is a DC only, so we can connect the LED outputs, this 2 pin directly to the microcontroller. But if is there any like high voltage fluctuations occurring from this LED bulb, then the LED will get damaged, as well as parallelly our main heart of the project will get damaged. That's why we are providing the security component, isolated component, that is optocoupler, that is PC817. So here the connections for the energy meter is A4, and from the CT is A0, and the audible alert buzzer is for C3, and relay is for C7, B0, B1 for the SC05 Bluetooth module. So they are the main interfacing connections. Coming to the motherboard, so we are going to provide the power supply to the motherboard from this regulated power supply adapter, which is take input of 230 volts and output of 5 volts directly. So when it get the 5 volts, it start reading input from the energy meter, CT, and based on the signal difference, it will control the output modules like relay and buzzer. So here from this we are going to provide the 5 volts inputs, and this capacitor is just remove the, is there any fluctuations occurred while system is running, that will be neutralized by this capacitor. and this one is the reset switch to restart the microcontroller. And here same one more like this steel plated one is the crystal oscillator, which will provide the clock pulse to the microcontroller. So the clock pulse purpose is in order to execute the instruction set, any microcontroller need a clock pulse input. So based on the fabrication model of this particular microcontroller, it was designed with a specific crystal oscillating frequency. So my project controller is PIC microcontroller, and it will run with 20 megahertz oscillating frequency. So nothing but 20 mega instructions will be executed per second. Nothing but 20 mega lines will be executed. And so that's the fastness of the microcontroller. And this one is the power LED indication, and this one is program LED indication with 330 ohm current limiting resistors. So before running the project, we need to install application in your phone, that's Android phone. So Bluetherm application from the Play Store, and after installing that, go to settings, and now switch on the power supply. One is main motherboard, and another is energy meter, right? And now we can see the devices. AC05, right? So initially it will restart because of is there power fluctuations occurred. So let it restart, and after that it will be settled down. And we can see that from here AC05 is paired. So the password is 1234. So only this is the first setup we need to do from the settings initially, and after that directly you can go to the application, then do scan. Here we can see the AC05 here and connect to AC05. So once connection was done, right, so you can see that the device is connected here, right, it's connected. And so you can restart once again. Now you will get the start, right? We got the start here. So let us see, there is a start in your mobile phone. So here now everything is normal. So the controller is getting signal from the energy meter as well as from the current transformer. So whenever we short these two pins and we are going to isolate the energy meter, though we'll get the we'll provide the power supply to the load, and that will be measured by the CT. So in order to isolate this energy meter, we need to remove the connections, means signal input to the microcontrollers. For that we need to remove the signal, means the energy meter won't provide any like load measuring. So we can see that the light is blinking now here. So it blinks based on the load we connected, right? So now the microcontroller is checking for 10 to 15 seconds in between the duration, right? So we got the input of power theft at so-called house number, and the bulb supply will be discontinued from this energy meter, sorry, through this relay. And also we get in the audible alerts, and the person of the electricity department will come and will repair that, will check the input and will make the corrections again. After resetting only, then the power supply will be resumed to the house.